All right. Back out here once again. All right, through the power and spirit of Yahweh Bashim Shai. All right, but before we get started, we want to give our honor, praise, and infinite glory to Yahweh Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim Rakakwadash. Double honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone that rule well and that taught me this truth. Peace, blessing, and salutation to the Akim that are pushing this word throughout the four corners of the earth in all truth and sincerity. Lord willing, this reaches the ears of the hopeful elect. All right, so like I said, all right, we're back out here once again on the highways and hedges. All right, once again. All right, it's a little gloomy, little rainy out here, but hey, through the power and spirit of Yahweh Shemel Shai, hey, we're commanded to hit the highways and byways, man. Okay, so without further ado, we're gonna go into the topics of how the scriptures speak on who the Hebrew Israelites are. Okay, and as the men of the Lord who are out there hitting the highways and byways to give warning first and foremost, but to let people know their true biblical nationality. Okay, according to the Holy Scriptures. All right, you're not so-called black. All right, you're not so-called Hispanic or Native American. All right, well, where in fact you are a Hebrew Israelite according to the Holy Scriptures. Okay. All right. Hey, but we're gonna bring out the downfall of this kingdom, man. Which is spiritually Egypt. All right, spiritually Egypt. All right, Babylon the Great, aka America. All right. Damn. All right. We're gonna go ahead and kick it off, and we're gonna start off in the book of Jeremiah. Salakia. My phone just fell from off the top of the tripod, so luckily nothing happened to it. All right. So we're gonna start with the book of Jeremiah. Book of Jeremiah, chapter 28. Jeremiah chapter 28, verse 8. And it reads, the prophets that have been before me and before thee of old prophesy both against many countries and against great kingdoms, of war and of evil and of pestilence. All right, so the prophets who have been before are talked about war, pestilence, okay, and evil. Evil that's going to come upon this place, man. All right, you have people out here who don't adhere to what the prophets or the men of the Lord bring out, okay, but rather they want to listen to Esau and his witchcraft, okay, by way of their mainstream media, okay, NBC, CBS, CNN, Fox News, all right, but they don't want to listen to the true men of the Lord, man, to the prophets who are out there hitting the highways and hedges on a week in and week out basis, man. Even there's brothers that's even going out there 2 or 3 times a week, all right, through the spirit, man, if it allows. All right, but that's what we're to do, man. It's to give warning to our people. Yeah, Slovakia. I'm gonna put my phone in my pocket. To give warning to our people, man. All right, but this is a careless nation, man, careless kingdom. All right, they put their trust and faith so much in the enemy, that they actually believe everything that the enemy tells them. They can blatantly tell them to their face, and they believe it. All right, but you have someone on the street corner, yelling or reading out of the Bible, and they'll just walk right past you like you don't even exist. Okay, but they're gonna have to answer to that when the Lord comes back, man. Okay, let me get that. This is the book of real quick. Get the book of Zephaniah. Zephaniah chapter 2 and verse 15. This is the rejoicing city. All right. Why is this the rejoicing city? This is the rejoicing city. Why? Because there's a whole bunch of mirth going on, man. There's a whole bunch of mirth. All right. People are you know, living it up, you know, like it's 1999, man. You know, like they have nothing to lose. All right, but they feel like they have everything to gain. Okay, they feel like they got nothing to lose but everything to gain, man. All right, reading on, it says, "This is the rejoicing city that dwelt carelessly, that said in her heart, I am, and there is none beside me." Okay, look at how Esau runs his kingdom, man. You know, he portrays himself to be as the Most High. All right, like Esau got all the answers, man. Okay, but in all actuality, man, they don't have nothing, man. If they don't have Yahweh Shem Shai, man, they got squat, man. All right, they got missiles on their forehead, man. You see, they got death and destruction upon them. That's what they got. They don't have the true spirit of Yahweh Shem Shai. They don't have the spirit of the Lord upon them, man. It says, "How is she become a desolation, a place for beasts to lie down in? Everyone that passeth by her shall hiss and wag his hand." All right, you know, so this place feels like, you know, they're gonna dwell for however long they believe in their own hearts, man. Where the scriptures talk about the heart is deceitful among all things, you know. Let me see if I can get that real quick. In the book of Jeremiah, chapter 17 and verse 9. The heart, which in the scriptures, the word heart means la'ab or lab, which means your mind. It says the heart is deceitful above all things and desperately wicked. Who can know it? All right, the mind or the heart of these nations are deceitful. All right, they're deceiving their own selves, man. The kingdom is going to rule forever. All right, like it says in the book of Psalm. Okay, in the book of Psalm, chapter 49 and 11, it says their inward thought is that their houses shall continue forever. All right, they feel like these buildings, they feel like their homes, okay, their schools, their universities, all right, their jobs, their careers are going to last forever, man. You know, and the Lord, hey, you can't sweep all that blood up under the rug like nothing ever happened. Okay, nothing in on this side, man, is theirs, man. Everything they took was from Jake, you know, coming from the so-called Native Americans, which are the Gadites, Simeonites, okay, you know, the Reubenites. You see, those are the people who were originally here, okay, the indigenous people of this land, which was stolen from by Esau, which is the so-called proclaimed white man. All right. Psalms 49 and 11 again, their inward thought is that their houses shall continue forever and their dwelling places to all generations. They feel like they're going to pass this on down to their seed, man. You know, that they're going to pass that livelihood, or not livelihood, but they're going to pass their wealth onto their seed. But the only thing that they're going to pass to their seed, man, is utter destruction. Okay, because pursuant to Jeremiah, all right, chapter 14 and verse 21. Okay, Salakia. Salakia, bear with me. What is that, Isaiah? Yeah, Salakia. It was Isaiah chapter 14 and verse 21. Now this is what they're going to essentially pass down to their seed. All right, by the atrocities that their forefathers had committed. All right, rather than passing down wealth, generational wealth, money, homes, land, and things of that nature. No, this is what they're passing down right here. Isaiah 14 and 21, prepare slaughter for his children, for the iniquity of their fathers. Okay, so slaughter is coming to their seed, man. Slaughter is what's going to be brought down by the way of their forefathers, man. Okay, it says, prepare slaughter for his children, for the iniquity of their fathers, that they do not rise nor possess the land, nor fill the face of the world with cities. For I will rise up against them, saith Yahweh of hosts, and cut off from Babylon the name, and remnant, and son, and nephew, saith Yahweh. All right, it says, verse 23, I will also make a possession for the bittern and pools of water, and I will sweep it with the besom of destruction, saith Yahweh Bashim Shai of hosts. Okay, so that destruction and that slaughter is what's gonna be passed down, all right, to the seed of these heathens, man. And first and foremost, Esau. Okay, which ultimately really is really on tap Amalek, man. Okay, because through the spirit, man, you got Amalek, you know, being butthurt. All right, which are the the people who proclaim to be Jews. Okay, I don't want to say it for the sake of the algorithm and picking up, they got transcripts. Okay, but the 1948ers, the small hatters, man. Okay, they're upset, man. They're being made bare through the spirit. Why? Because this word is coming out, man, and it's reaching the whole face of the earth. All right, Jeremiah chapter 49 and verse 7, it says, concerning Edom, thus saith Yahweh of hosts, is wisdom no more in Teman? Okay, and Teman are those smart Edomites, man. Okay, those who split the atom, made the atom bomb. Okay, which ultimately the spirit of the Lord came upon them to have that kind of wisdom to be able to do such a thing. All right, but it's talking about a certain lineage of Edom. Okay, which is Teman. It says, is counsel perished from the prudent? Is their wisdom vanished? Flee ye, turn back, dwell deep, O inhabitants of Dedan. For I will bring the calamity of Esau upon him, the time that I will visit him. All right? The time that the Lord is going to visit Esau, hey, man, they're going to have a rude awakening. All right? They're going to have a very rude awakening, man. It's going to be a bloodbath through the spirit, man. Verse 9, it says, if grape gatherers come to thee, will they not leave some gleaning grapes? If thieves by night, they will destroy till they have enough. Okay? It says they will destroy till they have enough. But one thing about Esau, man, is that they can never be satisfied. All right? Before I finish that off, let me get that real quick. All right? In the book of Habakkuk, they can't be satisfied, man. They'll come and take everything, strip you of everything you ever had from the foundation of the earth, and claim it to be theirs. All right, and still that's not enough for them, man. But instead they want the whole world to themselves. All right, it says, Salakia. Yep. Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 4. Behold, his soul which is lifted up is not upright in him. Okay, Esau's soul is not upright in him, man. All right, because the only thing that he has in mind, the only thing that comes across his mind is rape, rob, and murder, man. Okay, and stealing. You see, it says, but the just shall live by his faith, by his faith. Verse 5. Yea, also because he transgresseth by wine, he is a proud man, neither keepeth at home. Okay, now you can see that Esau, he want to go across the entire world and show force, man. Okay, with the big old ships and the subs, okay, and the missiles and the artillery and things of that nature. They go around the whole world to flex, man. It's pretty much it's who got the biggest rod, man. Through the spirit. That's what they go around, like the biggest baddest on the earth, man. Okay? But we gonna see who's the biggest, the big and the baddest when Yahweh Shai crack them skies. It says, neither keepeth at home, who enlargeth his desire as hell and is as death, and cannot be satisfied. You see, he can't be satisfied, man. You know, it says, but gathereth unto him all nations and heapeth unto him all people. All right, he wants everybody to take hold and to take hold and take root of his whole philosophy, man, and his whole mindset and way of thinking. Okay, but if you take any form of that, any part of that, man, you're digging yourself your own ditch, man. All right, you're digging yourself your own grave. Okay, you know, as a form of mental torture. Okay, right before someone gets executed, you know, they'll have in certain countries, man, they'll give you a shovel and dig your own ditch. Okay, you'll have to dig your own ditch, and then they'll execute you right there on the spot, man. You see? All right, going back to Jeremiah chapter 49 and verse 10, it says, but I have made Esau bare, I have uncovered his secret places. You see, Lord has made Esau bare. That's why Amalek is pissed, man. Okay, you got these low-level celebrities, okay, proclaiming themselves to be the real Jews, okay, to be Hebrew Israelites. Okay, now they got it partially right, all right, but they're not living in the right spirit, man. Okay, they're following under, you know, the IUIC spirit, just acknowledging who you are and then let that be it. But that's not enough, man. You gotta live, you gotta talk the talk, you gotta walk the walk. You can't just talk the talk, man. You can't just go around here proclaiming yourself to be an Israelite, but you got a smooth baby face in a razor cut, man, a razor bald head, man. Okay. You see, you know, you got what's his name? I just saw it recently. It's starting to rain, Salakia. What's his name? DC Youngfly. Okay, he was on a podcast or a Zoom or whatever, and they was talking about the topic of the Hebrew Israelites came up, and he was trying to, you know, talk to them and give them some insight or some information. But what he was talking about, you know, was falling under the line of Christianity. Okay, he was still taking hold of the Christianity philosophy, man. Okay, you know, and they were, and when they was listening to him, you know, to them, they made him seem like he was just the wisest man on earth, man. You know. And you see, at the end of it, you saw he had this boastful, proud spirit, like, yeah, like, I know that. But that's not enough through the spirit, man. You have to you have to walk the walk, but you also have to talk the talk, but you also have to walk the walk, man. You got to live this thing, all right? This isn't one of those things like the Christian church do, where you go to a sermon, you know, for an hour and a half, you know, you sing for an hour, you know, the pastor will bring out one precept and do a whole bunch of hooting and hollering for the next 30 minutes, and then y'all go get some pork chops at the end of at the end of it all. Okay, that's not being in the right spirit, man. See, Jeremiah 49:10 again. It says, "But I have made Esau bare; I have uncovered his secret places, and he shall not be able to hide himself." All right, so Amalek, you're not able to hide yourselves no more, man. Okay, people starting to pick up and realize who you really are. All right, and they're starting to see based off of your actions and how you're demonizing demonizing Kyrie Irving, you're demonizing Kanye West. Okay, you're letting yourself be known. All right, you're letting yourselves be known, man. And people are starting to be a bit more inquisitive and trying to seek out this truth. But one thing about Esau, man, one thing about Amalek, they can't do nothing against this truth. But everything that they do is for it, man. Everything they do is benefiting the elect, man. Okay? Everything that they're doing against us is for, Lord willing, we be of that number, you know? But everything they're doing against us is just going to show who they really are. Okay, who the adversary is according to the scriptures, who Satan really is. Okay. All right. Now I want to get a precept real quick. Um, I'm gonna get Isaiah chapter 34. Isaiah chapter 34 and verse 8 for Slakia. You know what? I'm gonna start from the top, man. All right. Lord willing, I stay dry. The Lord allows me to stay out here a bit longer. It's starting to come down. You know what? I'm gonna scoot over. That way I don't get wet. Bear with me. All right, this is much better. Much better. All right. I'm gonna get Isaiah chapter 34 and verse 1. And it reads. See, that's the spirit, man. Cause look, I heard what sounded to be like a rumbling, but hey, that's just Babylon's flag up there, man. Let me show you real quick. All right. You know, that's their pride, Lakia. Esau's pride, man. Up there, I don't know if you can see it on top of that building. All right, is Babylon's flag, man, the national flag, just waving in the wind, man. Okay, that's that pride that Esau has, man. They want to put their flags at the top, you know, and waving it proud, man, to show they're proud. They're a proud people, man. Okay, but what does the scripture talk about pride? Let's get it real quick. It's the book of Sirach, chapter 10 and verse 7. It says, pride is hateful before the Most High and men, and by doth one commit iniquity because of the unrighteous dealings, injuries, and riches got by deceit. Okay, everything that they've accumulated, all right, over the time span of them being in rulership has all gotten by deceit. How else did on Plymouth Rock, when the so-called pilgrims, okay, you know, came over here and tricked the Gadites, man. Okay, they tricked the Gadites, or they told them one thing and went behind their back and did something completely different. All right, that's those riches gotten by deceit. That's right. Pride goeth before destruction. That's exactly right, man. All right, and that's a sign of Esau's destruction, man. And them waving their flag all big and proud, man. All right, verse 8. Because of unrighteous dealings, injuries, and riches got by deceit, the kingdom is translated from one people to another, and this kingdom is going to be translated from one people to another. Okay, Esau being in power right now, but Israel is soon to follow, man. Israel is coming, you know, soon after. All right, and you can see it through the spirit, man. You can see it through the spirit that this place is crumbling. Okay, Esau's kingdom is spiritually being decapitated right now. All right, it's hanging on by a thread. All right, all it's going to take is just for a couple more prophecies to take place, and then this place is through. And the Lord is holding back those winds, man. Okay, the Lord is holding back that destruction until the elect have been sealed. All right, it says, verse 9, why is earth and ashes proud? There is not a more wicked thing than a covetous man. Okay, there's nothing more wicked than a covetous man. All right, now Esau is very covetous, man. He wants what another man has, okay? But he can't have it, right? Because what did he try to do to get it? Hebrews. Y'all know where I'm going with it. Hebrews chapter 12. Hebrews chapter 12 and verse 16. Lest there be any fornicator or profane person as Esau, who for one morsel of meat sold his birthright. For ye know how that afterward, when he would have inherited the blessing, he was rejected. For he found no place of repentance, though he sought it carefully with tears. Okay, so Esau fought it, he sought it carefully with tears, man. He cried for the blessing because the blessing was stripped, or he thought it was stripped from him when from the foundations of the earth, it was never meant for him. You see, it was never meant for him. Yahweh Shai had a chosen people from the foundation of the earth, all right, which are the Hebrew Israelites. Okay, you so-called Black, Hispanics, and Native Americans, okay, and those who are scattered abroad, who may look like these other heathen nations, okay, but through the Spirit bear record to this truth, okay. Those are in fact the Hebrew Israelites as well, okay. So this is not a thing of color. This is not a thing of what you look like through the appearance, man. Okay, this is all through the Spirit, man. All right. Sirach, it says, verse 9, why is earth and ashes proud? There is not a more wicked thing than a covetous man, for such as one setteth his own soul to sale, because while he liveth, he casteth away his bowels. The physician cutteth off a long disease. And what is that disease? Okay. The physician is Yahweh Shai, man. The physician is cutting off, which is Yahweh Shai. He's cutting off that long disease. That disease is Esau, man. Okay. That disease is Esau, and he's being cut off, man. He's being cut off from being on high. He's gonna be cut down to the bottom, man. To below bottom, man. Negative zero. All right, below zero. You see, because after 1,000 years in slavery, man, he's gonna get swept away, man. You know, gonna looking back at Esau like he was nothing but a dream. All right. It says the physician cutteth off a long disease. Okay, and what is a disease? Is something it puts you at that's unease or dis-ease. Okay, that puts you at, makes you feel uneasy. Okay, Esau makes you uneasy. Okay, you can't even walk, in public in corporate America without feeling uneasy. You have people walking around in business suits and ties. Okay, where Jake, because we got that salt and that swag, you walk by, they eyeing you, looking you up and down like something wrong with you. Okay, but they make you feel uneasy just being around them, man. I hate these damn Edomites, man. I wish I could go a whole day without seeing an Edomite. I'll be happy with that, man. Because you just look at them, you see pride, man. You see them walking around, all right, walking by, looking proud, looking, like they can't be touched. All right, but we gonna see in the last end, man. All right, if you gonna get touched or not. And by prophecy, all right, it's gonna happen. You see, the physician cut off a long disease, and he that is today a king tomorrow shall die. For when a man is dead, he shall inherit creepy things, breasts, beasts, and worms. The beginning of pride is when one departed from the Most High, and his heart, which is his lob, which is his mind, is turned away from his maker. Okay? Esau has turned away from his maker. Esau has turned away from the Lord, man. All they had to do, when they was given that power and that dominion to rule over us because of our iniquities, all right, and rightfully deserved. Okay, because according to the prophecies in Deuteronomy 28 chapter 15 verse on down, all right, if we were to turn from Yahweh Shai, those things were to come upon us. Okay, those things were to come upon us. You see, and us as a people as a whole, we did that, so we got what we deserved. But Esau, all he had to do was, once we served our punishment, he could have came around, flipped it around, and been like, you are the chosen people. But no, that pride, and he's holding on to that pride. He's holding on to that last bit of hope that he has to rule and to reign over us, man. Okay? He doesn't want to pass the torch. All right? But whether he wants it or not, he has no choice. Okay? Verse 13, for pride is the beginning of sin, and he that hath it shall pour out abominations. And that's all Esau has done, man. Poured out nothing but abominable acts, man. Okay? You know, pride that he's that same prideful philosophy that he's transferred and put on our people as a whole. You know, it says there's nothing more wicked than a covetous man. All right? Look at Jake, man. You know, a 2/3 Jake, you walk by with your lady and he gonna eye her up and down, man, wanting what you have. Okay? You know, being jealous. All right, look at what just happened to, you know, what's his name? Takeoff from the Migos. All right, more than likely, I mean, it was all a setup. All right, it's probably more of a sacrifice more than anything, you know. But it was probably, you know, the Lord probably put a spirit on another Jake, okay, because he was covetous and jealous over another Jake, man. All right, you see, but that's the abominable acts that Esau has pushed. All right. Esau also likes to push, harlotry and whoredom to our women, okay? And look at the condition of our women right now, man, okay? The condition of our women right now, they're not real women, all right? They're not real women, all right? They're not keepers at home, okay? They want to boast and be out here thotting around, being in these streets, all right? Hoeing around, getting attention from other men, okay? When really they need to be keepers at home, taking care of the children, all right? Not being one of much wine, man. Not being a drunken woman. All right, but that's the philosophy. That's the message or the agenda that's being pushed on the Israelite woman. Okay, because they know that the Israelite woman, they put the Israelite woman over the Israelite man. Okay, and as long as they have power over the woman, they have power over the men. You see, verse 13 again. For pride is the beginning of sin, and he that hath it shall pour out abomination. And therefore Yahweh brought upon them strange calamities and overthrew them utterly. Okay, and those strange calamities, all right, and we're gonna see the bulk of it during the time of Jacob's trouble, man. All right, you're gonna see a lot of things taking place. There's a lot of things happening. Okay, things that you probably would have never imagined you seeing in your lifetime before. Okay. And you have to be in that right spirit. You got to be willing to accept what the Lord has in store for this wicked ass kingdom, man. Okay, because you are going to witness a lot of death and bloodshed. Okay, you're going to see a lot of plagues, a lot of pestilence, a lot of different so-called variants. Okay, that's more than likely being made in the lab. You know, why else would they have a place? That has, I'm not even going to say the center of blank control. And you know what that D is. I'm not going to say it, you know. But, you know, why it says control. They're controlling these different pestilences and these plagues, man. And they're just waiting for the perfect opportunity to release it. All right. But the Lord is allowing them to, is causing them rather to hold back from releasing these plagues. Okay. It says, and therefore the Lord have brought upon them strange calamities and overthrew them utterly. Okay, this place is about to be overthrown. All right, through the power and spirit of Yahweh Shemel Shai, when he cracks those clouds, man. Okay, and he completely, utterly destroys this place by way of his chariots. Okay, the chariots are gonna come and they're gonna jack this place up, man. Okay, and we're gonna actually witness this take place right in front of our eyes, man. Lord willing, we be able to see the destruction of our enemies. Let me get that real quick. In the book of Sirach, chapter 25 and verse 7, it says, there be 9 things which I have judged in mine heart to be happy, and the 10th I will utter with my tongue. A man that have joy of his children. And we can't have joy of our children now. Why? Because we're in this captivity, man. You know, that falls upon under the curses as well. Okay, we're not able to, enjoy our children. Okay, because they put the Israelite woman over the man. All you got to do is kick the man out of the house, and then you leave the woman to raise these kids. You leave the woman to raise these so-called men, these boys. And look at how they end up turning out. They end up turning out to be tyrants on the earth, man. going around killing each other, all right, going around sleeping with another man's woman, okay, go about, being emotional beings, man, like in the matter of their own mothers, in the matter of women in general, okay, you know, you got these GMO thug babies out here walking around with skinny jeans and colorful t-shirts with their pants below their own ass, man. Okay, and they want to act all hard, big and bad, especially when they get around each other, man. They want to act all big and tough. You look at them the wrong way, or you give them a stern look, or you talk to them in a stern manner, like you ain't scared, and then they see that as a threat. Who else looks at something like that as a threat, man? That's a woman mentality, man. Think about it, man. When a woman is walking by another woman, you see it. They'll look at each other up and down, and then they'll be like, "What that bitch looking at?" Or something like that, man. That's the same mentality as a lot of these young Jake out here, man. These so-called GMD, well, these so-called men, all right, which are really boys, man. These monstrous children, all right. Sirach 25:7 again. Therefore, there be 9 things which I have judged in my heart to be happy, and the 10th I will utter with my tongue. A man that have joy of his children, and here's the point, and he that liveth to see the fall of his enemies. And Lord willing, we endure long enough to see the fall of our enemies, man. Okay, to see the fall of Esau, Edom, Amalek. All right, and these heathen nations. All right, we look forward to see these things. All right, because when we see these things, we know that this thing is at the very end. I mean, we're already at the end of days. Okay, but we're just waiting for that last little bit to pop off, man, so we can get on up out of here. All right, and Lord willing, soon. Okay, but there's a controversy in the earth right now, man, because Esau doesn't like the fact that there's a mass awakening happening. Okay. The word that was without fruit for so long is starting to declare fruit. I'm paraphrasing, but this truth is starting to declare fruit, man, and people are starting to realize who they really are. Okay, and they're repenting. One thing that Esau hates for Jake to do, they hate to see us be in unity. Okay, and they hate to see repentance. They hate to see us living in accordance to righteousness and the ways of the Lord. All right. Because the more and more they see it, the more angrier and angrier they get, okay? And the more sloppier they get, as well. They start acting irrational, okay? They start acting irrational and doing things, in a sloppy manner, man, where it's quite obvious what their intentions are. Why? Because they know that they have but a short time. Revelations 12:12. All right? They're coming down with great wrath. All right? Going back to Isaiah chapter 34, verse 1. Come near, ye nations, to hear, and hearken, ye people, let the earth hear, and all that there is, and all that is therein, the world, and all things that come forth of it. For the indignation of the Lord is upon all nations, and his fury upon all their armies. He hath utterly destroyed them. He hath delivered them to the slaughter. Okay, so the Lord is done with these nations, man. He's pissed off with these other nations. Okay, the armies, all right, the armies of these different nations, all right, North Korea, Russia, all right, Moab, all right, so on and so forth. All right, the Lord is going to come back with great fire or fury, Salakia. Jumping down. You know what? I'm going to just keep reading. Verse 3. Their slain also shall be cast out, and their stink shall come up out of the carcasses, and the mountains shall be melted with their blood. All right? The mountains going into these governments, man. It's going to be melted. It's going to be dissolved. It's going to be no longer existing. Verse 4. And the Lord and the host of the heaven, and all the host of heaven shall be dissolved, and the heavens shall be rolled together as a scroll, and all their hosts shall fall down as the leaf falleth off the vine, and as a falling fig from the fig tree. For my sword shall be bathed in heaven. Behold, it shall come down upon Idumea, and upon the people of my curse to judgment. All right. It says, and upon the people of my curse. Who are the people of his curse? Okay, the Israelites. All right, those who rejected the hand of Yahweh Shema Shai that's been extended to them by way of the prophets, man, by way of the men of the Lord who are out there laboring, for the elect's sake, man. You know, giving diligence to make their calling and election sure. That way we can get on up out of here, Lord willing, on the first go round by way of the chariots, man. All right, that way we could escape the judgment that's going to come upon this place. Before I finish that off, let me get that in Luke. All right, Luke chapter 21 and verse 36. Watch ye therefore and pray always that ye may be accounted worthy to escape all these things that shall come to pass and to stand before the Son of Man, stand before Yahweh Shai. All right, it says, pray always, watch and pray always. All right, that we can be counted worthy enough to escape all the things that are going to come to pass and to stand before the Son of Man. All right, we want to escape the things, the judgments that is talking about in Isaiah 34 and 5. Let me just read it again. It says, Isaiah 34 and 5, for my sword shall be bathed in heaven. Behold, it shall come down upon Idumea and upon the people of my curse to judgment. You see? So 2/3 of our people are gonna experience that judgment. Okay? Real quick. This is the book of Zechariah. Zechariah chapter 13 and verse 8. And it shall come to pass that in all the land, saith Yahweh, 2 parts therein shall be cut off and die, but the third shall be left therein. Those 2/3 is talking about Jake, man. Talking about, Yahweh Shema Shai's people, man. All right. But it says, but the third shall be left therein. Talking about the remnant, okay, outside of the 144,000, okay, because you're gonna have 144,000, all right, men, okay, because let me just get it real quick. I don't want to quote anything and butcher it. I feel like it's in Revelation 21. Yep, Con. This is Revelations 21 and 3. It says, and I heard a great voice out of heaven saying, behold, the tabernacle of the Most High is with men, and he will dwell with them. All right? It says, and they shall be his people, and the Most High himself shall be with them and be their power. All right, that's talking about the tabernacle of the Most High are dealing with men. Okay, really starting with the 144,000 elect men. Okay, who are going to be out there doing the will of Yahweh Shema Shai. Okay, verse Zechariah 13 and verse 9 it says, and I will bring the third part through the fire. All right, which is the fire of adversity. All right, the trial of your faith, okay, because your faith will be tried in the last days. All right, your faith will be tried through adversity, okay, and which ultimately is through the fire, okay, the fire of adversity pursuant to Sirach, the second chapter, okay. It says, and I will bring the third part through the fire and will refine them as silver is refined, and will try them as gold is tried. They shall call on my name, and I will hear them. I will say, it is my people, and they shall say, Yahweh Shema Shai is my power. Okay? And there was also a video, I want to say sometime last year or earlier this year, where a girl was describing the purification process of silver or gold. I can't remember exactly which one, but it was one of the two, and what you had to do was keep fire, it was you had to keep fire on it to burn out all the impurities of the silver, okay, or the gold, whichever. I'm just going to say silver for the sake of the point. All right, you put fire to silver to burn out all the impurities. Okay, and you can't keep it on there for too long. Okay, otherwise it's gonna ruin it. All right, you can't keep it on there for too less. Okay, because it's not gonna essentially burn out all the impurities. Okay, the amount of fire that has to go on these elements have to be on there for the perfect amount of time. Okay, the perfect amount of time to get that perfect, uh, that perfect element, the perfect thing of gold or silver. Okay, and the Lord is going to do it in the same manner. Okay, to His people. Okay, He's going to put the amount of fire upon His chosen people. All right, the elect, but He's not gonna do it too less, but He's not gonna do it too more, or He's not gonna overdo it. Okay, He's gonna give you the right amount of pressure, all right, the right amount of fire of adversity, ultimately to test your faith. Okay, let me get that in. And the Lord, He can do it in many ways, man. You know, the Lord is not limited to, certain which our ways of thinking. The Lord may have it to where you believe you're in good standings. You know, He may believe that you're in good standings and all is going well, and then He'll turn the switch on you, man, real quick. You know, just to test your faith and see where you actually stand, man. To see if you really about me. Okay. He may have it to where you be out there. You could have been out there with a bunch of brothers, and then something happened, and then now you by yourself, man. All right. There's no telling what the Lord may have it to do. All right. This is 1 Peter 1:7. The verse 6, wherein ye greatly rejoice. Now wherein ye greatly rejoice, though now for a season, if need be, ye are in heaviness through manifold temptations, that the trial of your faith, being much more precious than gold that perisheth. Okay? It says that the trial of your faith is more precious than gold, you see? So he's gonna put us through that fire, man. He's gonna put us through those adverse situations, okay? To test our faith, to see if we're being faithful unto Him. It says that the trial of your faith being much more precious than of gold that perisheth, though it be tried with fire, might be found unto praise and honor and glory at the appearing of Yahushua Hamashiach. Okay? So though it be tried with fire, you might be found unto praise, honor, and glory at the appearing of Yahushua, man, when He cracks those clouds, man. You see? So you got to take everything cheerfully, man. Take it cheerfully and be joyous, man. Okay? As long as you continue to have the Rakakudash, the Holy Spirit, man, the names of the Lord, and that fervent spirit, okay, to continue to do His will, to go out and teach, to continue to put up lessons, okay, to continue to be brotherly. All right, the Lord is dealing with you, man. And you should be happy about that. All right, going back to Isaiah chapter 34 and verse 7, it says, "And the unicorns shall come down with them, and the bullocks with the bulls, and their land shall be soaked with blood, and their dust made fat with fatness." Here's the point. Verse 8, "For it is the day of the Lord's vengeance, and the year of recompense for controversy of Zion." All right? Let me read that again. It says, "For it is the day of the Lord's vengeance." It is the day of the Lord's vengeance, and the year of recompenses for the controversy of Zion. Okay? There's a controversy, man. Amalek hates to see this truth getting out. Amalek hates to see their platform being used for the sake of spreading this gospel, man. Okay? But the Lord had it to where the internet and these these media platforms were used for the sake of doing His will, spreading forth His gospel. Okay. Verse 9, and the streams thereof shall be turned into pitch, and the dust thereof into brimstone, and the land therefore shall become burning pitch. It shall not be quenched night nor day. The smoke thereof shall go up forever from generation to generation. It shall lie waste, none shall pass through it forever and ever. You know, talking about the great destruction that's going to come upon Babylon the Great, aka America, man. Every big, building, all right, you see, all right, it's going to be no longer existing, man. All right, you're going to be able to see from, if it was still a state, you're going to be able to see from New York to California, all in eye view, man. Straight through, all the way through to the other side of the, obviously the naked eye can't go that far, but there's nothing that's gonna be here to be seen. You see? So hey, man, Esau, you're done, man. Your time is up, man. All right? Your time is up. This is 1 Corinthians chapter 12 and chapter 13 and verse 8. For we can do nothing against the truth, but for the truth. All right, so Esau, you can't do nothing against this truth, man. Okay, but the Lord is gonna have this word get out, regardless of what you believe or what you say. Verse 9, for we are glad when we are weak, and ye are strong, and this also we wish, even your perfection. All right. So you can do everything you can. You can shut down these social media platforms. You can shut down the internet as you speak on. Your platform is being used for the sake of spreading forth this gospel, man. Okay? They're even persecuting the Christian churches. All right? And that's just a prelude to what's coming down the pipe for this gospel, man, for this truth. Okay? And we're anticipating and we're waiting for it, man, because pursuant to Amos, the 8th chapter and the 11th verse, there's going to be a famine of the word. Okay, so let me get that real quick. The book of Amos. Amos chapter 8 and verse 11. And it reads, Behold, the days come, saith the Lord power, that I will send a famine in the land, not a famine of bread, nor a thirst for water, but of hearing the words of the Lord. Okay, so it's going to be a famine of actually hearing the words of the Lord, very, very soon. It says, verse 12, and they shall wander from sea to sea, from the north even to the east. They shall run to and fro to seek the word of the Lord, and shall not find it. Okay, so the Lord is going to have it to where he's going to seal the book. Okay, the book is been opened by way of Yahweh Shai, Revelation the 5th chapter, when he's unsealed the book, okay, and he sent this truth out to his servants, okay. But it's gonna come a time where he's gonna close it, man. He's gonna seal and have the servants of the men of the Lord who are teaching. He's gonna have the tongues cleave to the roof of their mouth, and that's spiritually speaking. It's really just having it to where the men of the Lord aren't gonna be bringing out this word anymore. Okay, so everybody who had the chance to walk by and hear this truth, if you continue to walk by and disregarded everything that the words of the Lord has been said, you're gonna have to deal with that, man. The Lord is gonna have His way with you. Okay, let me get Psalms chapter 74 and 9. Psalm chapter 74 and 9. It says, "We see not our signs. There is no more any prophet. Neither is there among us any that knoweth how long." You see, so that's what a lot of people are going to be saying. They're going to be saying, we see not our signs. Okay, how else are they going to be able to see the signs in the times that we're living in? The only way they're going to do it is by the prophets, man. The men who are out there laboring, all for the sake of the elect. Okay, they're not going to, these people are they're going to be blindsided when all these calamities and all these things start to take place by way, during the time of Jacob's trouble. Okay, they're going to be lost. They're going to be confused. They're going to be scattering and running to and fro, not knowing what's going on. And the first thing they're going to do is go to Esau and bow down and take that mark, okay, which is the mark of the beast. All right, pursuant to Revelation 13. All right, reading again, Psalm 74:9. We see not our signs. There is no more any prophet. All right. So where they continuously see the men of the Lord out there, got brothers down in Mission Beach, you got brothers down in National City, myself out here in the heart, in the city of downtown San Diego, all right, all across the four corners of the earth. You got brothers in the United Kingdom, Italy, Spain, Puerto Rico, Suriname, the Philippines, the list goes on, all right? The true men of the Lord are everywhere to be found, okay? But it's going to come a time where the Lord is going to have it to where he's going to send that spirit out to where the men of the Lord are going to retract, man. We're not going to be seen anymore, man. Reading again, Psalms 74:9, we see not our signs. There is no more any prophet, neither is there among us any that knoweth how long. All right? So they're going to be wondering what's going on, what's taking place, but they're not going to get any answers. Okay? And the worst thing you can do is wander out here. The worst thing you can do is continue.
Have a blessed day.
The worst thing you can do, the worst feeling is to not have an answer, or no. The worst thing to feel is not knowing where to go, where to turn, who to turn to, who to call upon, because the main name that people want to revert to or go to is what's being taught in these Christian churches, which is nothing but a lie. They call on Jesus Christ, where we know really that's not even his name. Okay, if the Lord himself was walking by right now, and he continues to walk by, and you were to yell out Jesus or whatever, you think he's going to turn back and acknowledge you? The answer is hell no. That's like if somebody was walking by, his name was John, but you call him Chris, he's not going to turn around and acknowledge you and think that you was talking to him. No, he's going to keep on moving. But as soon as you call on the right name, which is Yahweh Shai, okay, the deliverer, all right, he will acknowledge you and he will hear your cries, man. That's I just read that in the book of Zechariah 13:9. Okay, it says the third will call upon my name, okay, and they will be I will be their power. And let me just get it. So instead of trying to quote it, let me just get it again. Zechariah chapter 13 and verse 9. It says, and I will bring the third part through the fire, and will refine them as silver is refined, and will try them as gold is tried. They shall call upon my name, I will hear them. I will say, it is my people, and they shall say, the Lord is my power. Okay? So he's talking about the third, the remnant, those who actually cleave unto the true doctrine of the Holy Scriptures. Those who cleave on the true name of the Lord and the Heavenly Father, which is really Yahweh wa Yahweh Shai. Okay? The name of the Lord is the only thing that will deliver you, man. The name of the Lord, this is not a name you could just throw around, okay? Nate the Snake, okay? Where he says that you can call upon Yoplait Yogurt and the Lord will hear you. No, that's going completely off, man. Okay? And you're gonna have to answer for that, for teaching your congregation that philosophy and that doctrine, man. Yep. Let me see if I can get that real quick. This is the book of Matthew chapter 12 and verse 36. But I say unto you that every idle word that men shall speak, they shall give account thereof in the day of judgment. He's going to have to give an account for that, man. He's going to have to give an account for the abominations that he was spewing. He's going to have to give an account for that, for the abominations that he was spewing out of his mouth, man. Okay? Slakia. Okay? Where is that scripture? Slakia, bear with me. There it is. Psalms chapter 124 and verse 8. Our help is in the name of the Lord Yahweh who made heaven and earth. Okay? The help is in the name, man. You see, it's plain as day. Okay? So when these people are wandering to and fro, not knowing what's going on, not knowing who to call, all right? Hey, man, the true, the elect, okay, are going to call upon his holy name, right? Because they know, through the Spirit, we know, once again, Lord willing, we be a part of that number, and we know what the Lord's name is. Okay? Now you're going to have those who know what the Lord's name is, okay? But the Lord is gonna shoo them away, so to speak. Okay, pursuant to Matthew the 7th chapter. Okay, because you got a lot of Jake out there teaching false doctrines, man. Okay, you got a lot of Jake out there, you know, uh, you know, they can tell you a whole bunch of precepts, okay, but when they want to, they don't put it into action, okay, and be a hypocrite. All right, this is the book of Matthew. Matthew's chapter 7. Let me see if I can find it. Bear with me. Yep. Matthew chapter 7 and 21. Not every one that saith unto me, Lord, Lord, shall enter into the kingdom of heaven, but he that doeth the will of my Father which is in heaven. Okay? What's doing the will of Yahweh Shem Shai? Keepeth the commandments, okay? In through and through, man. Okay? Not just knowing the scriptures, but of being able to apply the scriptures. Okay? To continue to be brotherly and not be high and mighty. Okay? It says, verse 22, many will say to me that in that day, Lord, Lord, have we not prophesied in thy name? And in thy name have cast out devils? And in thy name done many wonderful works? And then I will profess unto them, I never knew you. Depart from me, ye that work iniquity. Okay, so that's what they're going to expect to get from the Lord himself. Depart from me. Okay? The Lord is going to have it to where, hey, depart from me, man. All right? And they're going to receive that through judgment, man. All right? And they're going to know in that day, damn, I'm that guy, You see? So everybody's going to have, everybody's going to have to, have an account, give an account for what they've done, man. And every man's work is going to be tested. Every man's work, all right, is taken into consideration. All right, this is 1 Corinthians chapter 3 and verse 13. Every man's work shall be made manifest. Okay, so everything that you've done, okay, for the sake of the ministry, for the sake of Yahweh Shai, it will be made manifest in that day, man. You're gonna know whether or not what you've done was enough for Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. Okay? Whether you were just a keyboard prophet behind the screen, not getting out into the streets, speaking, all right, lifting up your voice like a trumpet, showing the Lord's people their transgression, okay? Or having this knowledge and sitting on it, okay, and not doing anything about it, ultimately putting that light under a bushel, pursuant to Matthew the 5th chapter. You see? But every man's work is going to be made manifest in that day. It says, for the day shall declare it, because it shall be revealed by fire. All right, you're going to know it by what the adversity and the fire that the Lord is specifically putting you through. You're going to know. It says, and the fire shall try every man's work of what sort it is. Verse 14, if any man's work abide, which he has built thereupon, he shall receive a reward. If any man's work shall be burned, he shall suffer loss, but he himself shall be saved, yet so as by fire, man. So that fire is ultimately gonna test you, man. It's gonna try your spirit, man. Okay, and you're gonna see it, man. Because there's people who are gonna get few stripes, or they're gonna get many stripes, man. All right, let me just get that real quick. In the book of Is that Luke 14, I believe? Or Luke 12. It's the book of Luke, chapter 12, and verse 47. And the servant which knew his Lord's will and prepared not himself. How can you prepare yourself if you know the Lord's will? All right, by keeping his law, statutes, commandments, and doing what's commanded of him. Okay, one most important thing is to go out to the highways and the hedges, okay, and to preach this truth. Okay, teach the gospel, the good news. Okay, and that good news is to awaken and to let these so-called Black Hispanics and Native Americans know that they are the true biblical Israelites according to the Holy Scriptures. Also, the good news is revealing to them who their enemy is. Okay, you know, knowing your enemy is just as important. Okay, because if you don't know your enemy, you're going to fall into the ways of your enemy. Okay, and you're going to reap what you sow. You're going to reap the same destruction, or you're going to reap the same effects as your enemy. And that's one thing that you don't want to be part of, man. It says, though joining hand in hand, you know, the enemy shall not go unpunished, or something along those lines, you know, slightly paraphrasing. Okay? But knowing, letting them know who their enemy is, which is Esau, man. Okay? Esau, Edom. All right? Reading on, it says, verse 47 again, and the servant which knew his Lord's will and prepared not himself, neither did according to his will, shall be beaten with many stripes. Okay? So if you have this knowledge and you have this understanding and you did not the Lord's will, hey man, you're going to be beaten with many stripes, man. Okay? You're going to have to deal with that on your own, man. You're not going to have no one to help you. You're not going to have anyone to hold your hand and walk you through this judgment that the Lord is sending upon you, man. You're going to have to take it on the chin. All right? And it's not going to be pleasant. Verse 48, but he that knew not and did commit things worthy of stripes shall be beaten with few stripes. Okay? So if they knew not the things that the Lord wills, okay, hey, they're gonna get a form of judgment, but it's not gonna be nearly as bad as someone who already knew what the Lord's will was and still refused to do it. Hey, that's judgment right there, man. You know, that's judgment right there. You see, and you hear that constantly throughout the inner city, man. You hear that all day, every day, man. You know, you hear even more, you know, when this word comes out. All right, this is Isaiah or Salakia, Luke 12 and 48 again. But he that knew not and did commit things worthy of stripes shall be beaten with few stripes. For unto whomsoever much is given, of him shall be much required. And to whom men have committed much, of him they will ask the more. It says verse 49, I am come to send fire on earth, and what will I if it be already kindled? Okay? You see? Hey man, so hey, you know, if you have the willpower, okay, to go out and do the Lord's will, hey man, you got to do it, man. There's no excuses, man. You can't make excuses in this truth. All right? You can't make it. There's brothers with infirmities. Okay, you have brother that's wheelchair bound. Okay, who still hits the highways and hedges, man. You have a young Jake, man, probably at the age of 12 or 13, bringing it out with his dad, man. Okay, you know, you got brothers with with sickle cell, you know, and what that does is, I don't know the intricacies, that come along with that disease, right? But with I think it's like your blood cells turn into like little it's shaped like a sickle, okay, and it gets stuck or trapped in your veins, and it can be very painful. There's brothers out there that even have that.
I'll put a sack.
All right.
Like the
Let
good
me see.
ones are like
Any precepts?
they're like cedar.
Okay. Yep. Hey, so hey, there's no excuse, man. All right. And everything you got to do everything you can to bring down this enemy, man. To bring down Esau, man. Okay. You know. So hey, through the spirit, hey, call halal Yahweh Shemal Shai, putting the spirit on me to get out here once again to feed the sheep, to feed the hopeful elect. Okay, by way of the unicorn. Okay. So, Lord willing, this camp session was edifying. All right. And in closing, I want to give all honor, praise, and infinite glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone that rule well. Peace, blessing, and salutation to the Akim that are pushing his word throughout the four corners of the earth in all truth and sincerity. Lord willing, this has reached the ears of the hopeful elect. And until next time, Shalom, DTA, Abad the Ball. Shalom.